Welcome to Graphic Policy WGPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Pirate Queen number 4, wrapping up the series published by Bad Idea. It's written by Peter Milligan, art by Adam Pollina. Tamra Bonvillain is the colorist, and Simon Bowland is the letterer. The B-side is Andune's story. Joshua Dysart is the writer. Alberto Ponticelli is the artist. Ulises is the colorist, and Dave Sharpe's the letterer. All right, we got Monday Ryan, the Pirate Queen. And she is due any second with a child, but she still wants her revenge. Will she get it? We find out in this issue, which is a really intriguing finale for the series. In many ways, very satisfying, and in many ways also not satisfying. It's interesting. Like I don't want to spoil it, but I don't know if it went the direction I think a lot of us were hoping for. You know, if like a happy ending is really kind of the right way to do this comic. I mean, it's frustrating, but like a lot of how what I think of this issue, it feels like an appropriate finale. It's brutal. It is, there's something poetic about it. There's something very kind of, I don't want to say romantic about it, but like it's done well, and I think it kind of nails the story in many, many ways. So I'm not going to spoil it, but, how it wraps up is interesting. Like, this is not the happy ending. It's not the happy ending of revenge. There's still a lot of tragedy, and it leaves things open in a really interesting way. Not that I'm expecting us to get more of this story, but, there's some potential there for doing some really interesting stuff, especially kind of like the year that it all ends. And I think there's some really interesting things of like tying in Monday's story with the American Revolution and, what it is to be a revolutionary and very much the way she is. It's interesting. Like it's really, really an intriguing finale. The backup story is also interesting. Very sci-fi. It continues this weird mashup of Bad Idea and their main stories and their B-sides. They just don't seem to connect them most of the time. This one has to do with like an alien race who like takes kids from their families and uses them for something, like some sorcery thing. There's a lot there that's familiar. Like, it feels very something that we've seen many times before in sci-fi, and even fantasy in many ways. So in that case, it's intriguing. I think this one, though, there's a lot of subtleties to it about like the details. It's one of those that like it's very detail oriented. That makes me want to learn more about the world and see more of the story. Like, I don't know if I'm necessarily like in love with this particular story, but there's something about it that's really intriguing. There's a lot that's good, in other words. So yeah, like overall, this is one that if you've been reading the series, I think you'll be happy with the finale. But overall, you never know. Art continues to be solid. I always thought the Pirate Queen is really good as far as that. Spoiler. We'll just leave it at that. So that's the main story of Monday Ryan. And then we'll go with the other sci-fi story. We'll just show off 2 pages of that. Give an idea of that. As I said, like, I think folks who've been reading up to this point will be satisfied. And for me, I think this is one of the stronger Bad Idea series. It really, I think, start to finish, each issue has been solid. And this finale, it's one that I kind of go back and forth. Like, I love it and hate it, but it just feels so appropriate for the series and the character, and it kind of nails things in a lot of ways. So, overall, I got to be happy with it, right? Like, if that's the case. You can go get this now in shops. Of course, it's a Bad Idea, so limited to Bad Idea stores. We, of course, have a link where you can go find them. If you don't have a shop near you, we will hopefully have some links underneath. There'll be affiliate links where you can purchase your own. By purchasing it, you do support our site, so thank you. Just watching your videos support us, so thank you for that. If you're into Bad Idea, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky.
Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.